Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be my last favorites video for 2017. I am going to be filming my December. I'm already thinking about December. Sorry for my dog barking. He's gonna drive me crazy. Hey Watson! Hold on. Alright, sorry. Intro take two. Yeah, so I'm gonna be filming my November favorites for you guys today. Um, I hope everybody had an amazing Thanksgiving. I had a really great one with my sister and my boyfriend and my family. My sister was here for like 4 days before Thanksgiving, so it was really nice to spend some time with her, and then my boyfriend came over, and everything went pretty smoothly this year. Please leave in the comments below this video what your favorite thing is to make on Thanksgiving. Like, do you love making baking rather than cooking stuff? Do you love making stuffing? Do you love making pies? Do you love making cakes? Anything that you can think of, let me know. My favorite thing to make is this cranberry jello mold. I don't really like eating it. It's not really like my thing. I don't really like the taste of it that much. It's like too tangy for me. I don't know. I don't really like cranberry too much. That's probably why. I love fruit. I love fruit, but I don't think I love cranberry. If it was like a raspberry mold, I probably would eat it. But I just don't love cranberry that much. So it's so much fun to make though, because we like flip it over and we make it like an actual mold, like a jello mold. And it turned out perfect this year, and everything turned out really good. I love baking, so I make the pies with my mom. We make pumpkin pie and apple pie, and then we make pumpkin cake. And then we made a chocolate cake for my brother's birthday, because actually my brother's birthday was on Thanksgiving this year. So then my boyfriend came over, and yeah, it was great. So yeah, we're going to jump into the favorites because this is going to be a really long one because I have a ton of favorites this month because I have been wearing makeup so much lately because I'm in school, so I've been wearing makeup pretty regularly on like a daily basis that I have a lot of favorites this month. So I think we're going to start with foundations. I have a couple to share with you guys. So the first one is an old favorite, but honestly I haven't been able really to like put this down the past couple of weeks, and I just really loved it. I think I'm in love with this foundation now. I think that this is one of my holy grail foundations. So this is the Dior Skin Forever Perfect Makeup Everlasting Wear Pore Refining Effect with Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 35 Shine Control. This is by Christian Dior, and the shade is in the shade 014. This is the last high-end foundation I have picked up since like April because I haven't really been able to afford high-end makeup after this, and when I did purchase like more expensive makeup, I got all of that online makeup when I did that huge online makeup haul. So I haven't really gotten high-end luxury makeup in quite a while, but I am so glad that this is the last one that I got. I also missed out on the Vibe sale because I still didn't have enough money for that either. So I'm sorry if you guys like expected a haul from me or anything like that, but I didn't see like anybody like too heartbroken over me not posting a haul, so I'm sorry. But I'm hoping to pick up makeup soon. Probably not going to be for a while though. I really am on like a strict no buy right now. I haven't purchased makeup since that last drugstore haul that I posted, so that's been like a few weeks already. So I'm doing pretty good. So anyway, let's not talk about my habits and get into the favorites. So I love this foundation. It's just, it is matte, but it's so like, and it's full coverage, but it's so gorgeous on the skin. It blends so easily. Like as soon as you put it on, I feel like it just blends itself. And it just leaves your skin looking absolutely flawless. It's kind of similar to the foundation I'm wearing today. This is one of my other favorite foundations. I'm wearing the Giorgio Armani foundation today. And this one's just a little bit more medium coverage, but I feel like they kind of have the same formula to them. They have like that velvety texture to them, and they just blend out gorgeously. This has more coverage though, and it just looks like velvet on the skin. I really love it. I'm really glad I got this because of Jaclyn Hill. I really haven't loved too many foundations that she loves. I know she loves the Giorgio Armani though. These two are definitely my two favorite high-end foundations besides the Dior Air Flash foundation, which is phenomenal, and the YSL Touche Éclat foundation, the original formula, which you guys know I love that foundation. So yeah, love this, and I haven't been able to put it down lately. It's just gorgeous. It's so comfortable on the skin, and I love it. Okay, then the next one is no surprise. I raved about this foundation last month, and now I just I wear this probably twice a week. I love it so much, and I can't wait to wear it again every single time I wear it. This is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Foundation, Firmer Even Skin Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 15, hypoallergenic in the shade Cool Vanilla. I might not be able to get through all of my favorites right now because I'm waiting for my boyfriend to get here. He was supposed to be here at 4:30, but of course he's going to be here later. I don't even know if he's on his way or anything. I don't know. But I did originally say to come over at 4:30, so that's probably at 5:30, so that's probably when he's going to be here when I told him he could come over earlier. But anyway, this foundation is just gorgeous. I love it so much. It's so comfortable on the skin. It's so luminous. It just makes your skin look so healthy. I can't say enough good things about this. It feels so cooling and creamy on the skin. It's so comfortable. I just really love it. This is the first foundation I think of when I'm not going to be wearing foundation for that long, like for a 4 or 5 hour shift at work, and then I'll take it off and go to my boyfriend's house. This is what I reach for, and I just know it's going to look beautiful. This foundation has never looked bad on my skin. Every time I've used it, has not looked bad once. I love this foundation. Okay, then the next foundation is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Transforming Foundation, and this one is in the shade Ivory. I think that these 3 drugstore foundations I'm going to be talking about are like my favorite ones that I've found at the drugstore so far. I love them so much. I mean, I love the Maybelline Fit Me and the L'Oreal Infallible and the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I think these are my other 3 favorites. I love them so much. This one I really love on the skin. Again, it has more of like a similar formula to the Dior. It's just a little bit less coverage, but it is a pretty nice medium to full coverage look on the skin. The only downfall I have with this is the shade. I wish that I got like a lighter shade. Again, it's not available in stores. It's really annoying. That's definitely not him yet. Yeah. It's not. Sorry, I mean like peering out the window every 5 seconds. But anyway, and I'm gonna be adjusting my damn shirt all the time. Anyway, so yeah, I go really in depth on these foundations that I'm talking about, all the drugstore ones that I'm talking about, in my drugstore foundation review video. That's the last video that I just posted. So if you guys want any further details about it, go check that video if you're interested. But I really go in depth on, I am sorry, I'm like so flustered talking. Like when I get flustered when he's supposed to be here or whatever, but I am going to turn my phone on just in case if he texts me that he's on his way. So anyway, I just wish that this foundation was like a hair lighter. It doesn't oxidize as bad as the Milani or the CoverGirl, so it's still like a little bit tan, but it's not like terrible. But I just love the finish, and I love the coverage of this foundation, that I don't really mind that. I think this foundation is amazing. If you need something that, like, you don't love wearing full coverage and you don't love, like, a BB cream or, like, a light coverage foundation, I would go for this one. It's so beautiful on the skin. And they're all so comfortable. And then the last one I wanted to talk about is the L'Oreal Paris True Match Super Blendable Makeup Titanium Dioxide Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 15 Warm Porcelain, and it's in the shade Warm Porcelain W1. This is the only thing I hate about this is the packaging, but this foundation is just so full coverage and it's just so gorgeous on the skin. It's a little pale for me. When I wore it on, the last time I wore it was on, I think like last Monday or Tuesday. It's like Wednesday right now. I don't think I've worn this for a few days. Because I only really wear my full coverage foundations when I'm, like, out of the house for, like, a long period of time. Like, last Monday, I went to class and then I went to work, so I wore this foundation. And I just really love it on the skin. It lasts so well. It lasts, like, 8 hours on the skin. And it just looks flawless. I really love this foundation. If you need something that's full coverage, go with this. I feel like this is kind of a dupe for the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I don't know if other people feel that way. It's definitely not as drying. I love the Urban Decay All Nighter, but I find I might even love this a little bit more. This is very full coverage as well. This also reminds me kind of of the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, but I don't like that foundation either. Like, I notice I don't get like dry patches on my nose when I use this. it has like a way of being hydrating but still being really full coverage. So I love this too. So yeah, that's it for foundations. Now let's move on to a couple of concealers. So the one concealer I've just been dying to talk about that I really, really love, that this is like a newer concealer that I've tried out. And this is also a new brand to me. This is the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. And this is what it looks like. Look how much I've used of this already. And this one is in the shade not Casanova. What am I talking about? This one I believe is in the lightest shade that they have. I think this one is called Porcelain. It's definitely the lightest shade that they have. I don't even have to tell you the number because it's for me. Obviously, I'm like so fair. So I did haul this like a month ago and I haven't been able to put it down. I used it so much when I first got it. It's just a really beautiful foundation. It kind of reminds me of the formula of the Wet n Wild one a little bit, but this one's definitely more hydrating than that one. The only thing I will say about this is it does have a very strong fragrance to it, so if you don't like that, I would suggest not getting this concealer or just not putting it around your nose area. Maybe use a different concealer because it does have a strong scent to it. I don't really mind it because I like the scent of it. But this is just really lovely coverage. I know I'm saying lovely, but I've been watching Downton Abbey, so I feel like I need to like work that into my vocabulary saying lovely. But anyway, because they say it all the time because obviously they're all British on the show. But anyway, it's just really nice coverage. It doesn't really crease on me, and I just really love it. I just really can't stop using it. I probably haven't used it as often the past couple of weeks because I've been trying to use other concealers. But I really like rotate like the same concealers, like the Tarte and um, the Wet n Wild. This one, like I don't really have too many in my rotation to really like not be able to use certain concealers. And I just really love this one. It's definitely one of my favorite drugstore concealers I've ever tried. I also love the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I'm wearing that today. I've been wearing that a lot more regularly, and I feel like I'm going through the second one faster than the first one that I had. But you guys know I love that. And it's just so comfortable on the skin, but this one is the same thing. I love it so much. It definitely has really nice coverage to it as well, and I got turned on to this concealer because of Kathleen Lights. Okay, and then the next one is actually a surprise to me, but I have been wearing this concealer a lot more often lately, and I kind of like it now. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer. Now, I know everyone, like literally everyone, talks about this concealer, and I've been like so on the fence about this concealer ever since I've gotten it, and I've never really developed like a full opinion on it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it, but I like it. I do like this concealer. I think it's a good concealer. It's not my holy grail concealer whatsoever, but I do think it's a good concealer. And now, since I've been using it more often, by the way, I'm in the shade Fair, obviously, I feel like it's not as drying as the Urban Decay one. And you guys know I love the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. That's like one of my holy grail concealers. But I find every time I use it now, I feel like it has a very dry consistency to it. And I don't really love that. I mean, it's good, but I feel like that this is more hydrating. I still think I love the MAC Pro Longwear over all of these concealers because I feel like that one is just like the perfect formula. I love the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. It's such high coverage and it's gorgeous. I wish I had another one. I just can't purchase it right now. I just hate the applicator on this. It's so obnoxious, but really a little bit goes a very long way. It has a really nice coverage to it. It's not drying at all. The big downfall of this is that I do find that it does crease on me. It's not creaseless on me whatsoever, but it definitely doesn't crease as bad as my other concealers that I have. And I just still find it does break up around my nose area and around my chin area. But I feel like I haven't really been noticing that when I'm wearing it with the L'Oreal or like another foundation that I love lately. So maybe it's just been my primers that have been better or my foundation that I'm using. So we'll see. But I just can never tell with foundations and concealers of what's affecting my skin with it and what's not. Like, I'm so bad about that. I just know if I'm going to love the coverage of a foundation and how long it lasts. But I have no idea what affects the lastability or the creasing of a concealer. I really have no clue. It's really hard for me to judge, and it's really hard for me to even explain why I love these concealers. I just know I like them a lot. So that's that one, and then the last one is I haven't really tried out any new concealers besides the LA Girl, which I don't really love, the Milani, which I don't really love, and the Wet n Wild, which you guys know I already love, and what was the other one? I just really haven't fallen in love with any other concealers lately besides the Catrice one. But this has been an old favorite, and it's been one of my favorites for a while. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Aqua Sealer. I am in no way really supporting Tarte that much anymore because I've heard like some shady shit they've been doing lately. But they do make some good products, and this is definitely by far like my favorite product from them, I think, ever. It's so good. It's just so hydrating, and it's just so gorgeous on the skin. I really love this concealer. I love this so much more than the Tarte Shape Tape. Like, I will take this and wear this so much more than the Tarte Shape Tape any day. This is an awesome concealer. I love it so much, and I've been reaching for it constantly the past couple of weeks because it's just so hydrating. It's so easy to wear. It's so easy to blend. It's so good. I love it so much. So yeah, that's it for concealers. And now let's just talk about a couple of primers. I'm just going to talk about the same ones that I've been wearing. The first one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer. I feel like I'm like halfway through this already. It's just a really good primer, you guys. I really love it for, again, days that I'm not wearing foundation for that long. It's a really hydrating, creamy, moisturizing concealer. Really creamy, moisturizing face primer, and I just feel like I'm kind of just putting on a second moisturizer with this, but it also has the tackiness to it that it really just adheres the foundation to your skin, and it really blends it out really beautifully. I really love using this to add a lot of hydration to my skin before I put foundation on because my face is starting to get drier and drier every day in the wintertime, and that's just what happens. My skin gets very dry in the wintertime. It also probably is the foundation wipes, the makeup wipes I've been using though, because I've switched over to the e.l.f. ones because those ones are so much cheaper than the simple ones. The simple ones are so damn expensive. But those ones are so amazing. I love those, and the e.l.f. ones are like breaking me out. But this is really good for like hydrating my skin again and like using my prep spray when I need the extra hydration before I put makeup on. And then the other one, of course, is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. I really love this. I'm wearing this one today. And it's just a really good silicone-based primer. It puts on your foundation beautifully. I just think that this is a great face primer. It's good for like any foundation because it's, like I said, I feel like it's kind of a dupe for the Smashbox one because it's like a silicone-based primer, and I just really like it. I think it's great. So, and then I just want to talk about a setting spray before I move into anything else because I feel like all my like favorites are like scattered all over the place right now. I kind of just threw them down because I really just wanted to film this as quickly as possible, like before he gets here, but obviously he's going to be later. He's probably not going to be here till 5:30 because, yeah. So anyway, I got this last month. Oh my god, I can't believe I just recently hauled this and I'm basically like almost through it. This is the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray Prime, Correct, and Set 16-Hour Wear Setting Spray. Look how much I went through this already. Can you believe that? I haven't really touched the next one since I've gotten this. I think I'm just going to use this up and then use the next one after this because I don't even know if this has been helping my foundation last. I really don't know. I mean, I think it looks good, and I just feel like this is definitely more tacky than like my Urban Decay All-Nighter or like the NYX one. The NYX one's definitely more hydrating. This one like feels very tacky when you put it on, but I feel like that's what makes your foundation last longer, obviously. But I can't put this down because I love the scent of it. It smells so good. I don't know what it is. It just smells amazing. Like, I'm going to spray it right now. Oh my god, it smells so good. Like, and it's, oh my god, it's so refreshing on my face right now. It says water, fragrance, which fragrance isn't that good for you, but it just smells so good. It says watermelon, fruit extract, and yeah, basically like watermelon, I guess. I don't know, it just smells amazing and I love it so much, so I've been using it like crazy. I think it's so, and it really does hydrate my skin really nicely. I just felt like I needed a little bit on the center of my face because I feel like I didn't like evenly disperse it. So yeah, I don't know. It just smells amazing and I love it. So now let's move on to a couple of eye products. We're going to talk about, we're just going to talk about eyeliners, and yeah, we're going to talk about eyeliners first because I've been trying out quite a few different drugstore eyeliners this month. This was recommended by Christine Olsen for me. These are the Maybelline Master Precise Skinny Eyeliners by Maybelline New York, and these are in the shades brown and black. I have been wearing these non-stop on my waterline. The only other time I grab a different pencil is if I'm using a ColourPop one, but I've mostly been reaching for these ones. I wear these almost every time I wear makeup now. I'm wearing the brown one on my waterline today. I didn't reapply it again though because I just didn't feel like it, and you can't really see, but it only really wore off a little bit on the outside corners, but whatever. I just didn't really care because I'm taking off my makeup after this anyway. But these are so good. They don't like hurt your waterline like the ColourPop ones tend to sometimes. The only thing I don't really like about this is the packaging, is that for some reason, once you roll it up, you can't roll it back down again. It's not like a retractable pencil like the lip liners I'm going to talk to you guys about. It's not like a push-up liner. It's just kind of like stays there. I don't know why, so I feel like that kind of crushes it a little bit. And I've already like crumbled it a little bit and it's like fallen out, which is kind of annoying. But they are not cheaply made. I just didn't understand like what they were getting at with the maneuverability of it. I don't think it's that excess like that I don't even know. Like practical, I guess. But these are so good. They last a really nice amount of time on the waterline. They definitely last like 5 or 6 hours, so they do last a really nice time. It just depends on how windy it is outside and if like you're prone to having your eyes tear or something like that. But other than that, I really have been loving them. So thank you for the recommendation. These are definitely solid eyeliners. They're really good. The only thing is that I wish they were a little bit less expensive because they're kind of pricey for drugstore eyeliners. And then the other ones I wanted to talk about, which are definitely a lot cheaper, and these are so good. I was really impressed by these. These are the Wet n Wild Pro Line Felt Tip Eyeliners in the shades black and dark brown. Obviously, I needed to get a black and a dark brown, so what else do I wear on my top lash line? But obviously, I was really, really looking for a new felt tip eyeliner just because I really don't want to be repurchasing expensive eyeliners anymore, like the Stila one or the Kat Von D one, because they just end up getting too expensive to replace. And these are like $5, and actually I think these are like $4. And look how big the packaging is. And they just have a really good felt tip on them, and they are so black. Like, this is so black. I'm not going to swatch it because I don't want to like wipe it off. But these are really good. The only thing is that I wish that the pen was a little bit more precise. It's a little bit fat at the end, but I kind of like that because then you can get a really nice thick line. And it doesn't bleed. It doesn't transfer when you're putting it on. These dry really, really fast when you put them on. I think that they're just really, really good. So definitely check these out. I really haven't found like really one bad Wet n Wild product yet. I think their products are amazing. They're definitely like becoming my all-time favorite drugstore brand. They are amazing. I love them so much. So those are really good too. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about, and I've been using this mascara like non-stop. This is the Catrice Blackest False Lashes Glam and Doll False Lashes Mascara. And this is what the tube looks like. I think that this is the original formula, but whatever Young, Wild, and Polished recommended on her channel, this is the one that I got because she would always rave about how much she loved this mascara. This is like her favorite mascara ever. So I really wanted to try it. This was in her Best in Beauty last year, so I've always been intrigued on trying this mascara. It kind of has a wand similar to the Benefit Roller Lash. It has like that curved wand. And I actually really love using this on the top and bottom lashes. It's really good on the bottom lashes as well. Yeah, so anyway, this is really good. I've been using it a lot. I actually just started using my other L'Oreal mascaras recently because I've been using this so much. I don't want to like use it up because mascaras go like really, really quickly, but it's really, really good. I like it a lot. It does have definitely a drier formula. So if you don't like that, then I probably would skip this mascara. But it's a really good price. It's like $5, and I definitely feel like these are better alternatives than like a Maybelline or a L'Oreal mascara because they're definitely not that cheap anymore. I think this is like $5, so it's a really good price. But I really like that. It makes my lashes look really good and nice and long. And now let's move on to just two brow products. Oh, actually, I forgot I have one more eyeliner to talk about. This is the NYX matte liquid liner in the shade Black. I'm pretty sure I talked about this in my favorites video last month, but I just wanted to mention it again. This is just so good for glitters. I mostly use this when I wear glitters, like the Stila liquid glitters or the Jouer Skinny Dip palette, which I have right in front of me because I love that too. And it just is really good. I definitely think I've found my favorite liquid liner from any brands. This definitely is so much better than the razor sharp ones. Those ones transfer so much. And this definitely dries down a lot faster. So yeah, love that too. And then the brow products I wanted to mention, these are, the first one is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to go through my eyeshadow palettes so quickly because I haven't really gotten any new eyeshadow palettes. I just want to go through them and tell you guys which ones were my favorites this month. But the only thing about this is that I feel like the pencil broke off really easily and now I can't get it to roll back up again. So it's really annoying because it's a really good product and I really like it because I like how it's like a curved kind of pencil, and then the spoolie is really, really good too. And this is all I've been using like all month to fill in my brows. I haven't been using the Anastasia one anymore. I think that one's getting pretty old anyway. But it's not like this one's that cheap either. This, like, brow products are expensive. So this one is around $10, and if it doesn't really work after it like runs out, I'm going to be really pissed off because like a lot of it fell out of here and it really shouldn't be happening to something that's more expensive. It's really annoying that that would even happen. So please let me know if that's happened to you guys or what I can do to fix it, or should I just go and try and exchange it for a new one, because I think the return policy for drugstore items is like a month or so. It's probably been a month already. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to find out. But it is a really good product. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper Brow Gel Mascara. And this is what it looks like. What is going on with my shirt? Oh, it unbuttoned. Whoopsie. I don't know how that happened. Gersh. Okay, anyway. So this is what it looks like. And I got the shade, it doesn't say the shade. I think this one is like medium brown. And I was waiting like for my CVS to restock these. So I finally got it when they restocked it. And I think I got this for like $5 off. So I didn't pay like $11. I think I paid like $6 for it. So that's definitely a better price than like $11 or $12. So this is what it looks like. And it's really, really good. It's not like as dry as the Anastasia Brow Gel. I mean, I love that so much, but this really does a great job of keeping my brows in place as well, and I really love it. I've been using it like every day, and I kind of like that it's tinted. I've always like kind of hesitated to try tinted brow gels because I feel like it would always like, or I just had like an assumption in my head that it would just make my eyebrows look too thick, and I just like tweezed my eyebrows like a couple of days ago. But yeah, anyway, I'm just really annoyed right now. Yeah, I am. Like, really annoyed. But anyway, it's really, really good. So I've been using that a lot. Sorry if I, like, wing it sometimes. Sometimes I get so annoyed that, like, I just, like, feel, like, so down sometimes. But I'm fine. Like, everything's good right now. I just get annoyed when he doesn't, like, come when I want him to. So anyway, now I'm just going to talk about just a couple of face powders really quickly. The first one is the Maybelline Fit Me Set and Smooth Normal to Dry in the shade 110 Porcelain. I've been really loving this powder as well. It's just really nice on the skin. It's really nice and lightweight, sets your face really nicely, and I've just been using these a lot. Again, I don't know if I can really tell a difference when I use these powders. I just know they feel smooth and they don't feel drying like whatsoever, and that's what I look for in a powder. That's why I use a lot more pressed powders than I do loose powders because that's better for dry skin. But this is a really good one. This is definitely not as expensive as Maybelline's other items. It's definitely more of a reasonable drugstore price because it's the Fit Me line. So I definitely recommend that if you don't want to spend the money on this one. This one is the NYX HD Finishing Powder. And this one's just the translucent one. So this one is also awesome as well. I think it's a really nice consistency. I know I haven't really swatched anything in this video because I haven't really had to swatch anything yet. But this is also a great finishing powder as well. I've been using the Maybelline and this one like non-stop. I just haven't been able to put them down. They're both so good. And they just both feel so good on the skin. So I've been using those a lot. Okay. The next, I think we're just going to jump into a couple of blushes. I don't really have that many to share with you guys because I haven't really tried a lot of new blushes. I think this is the only one that I got that was new in that recent drugstore haul that I posted. And this is the NYX Ombre Blush in the shade Nude to Me. This is a really good blush. It's really pigmented. And I was using this a lot this past month, at least like 5 or 6 times, because it's a really good like everyday nude kind of blush. I'm not wearing it today. I'm actually wearing an Hourglass blush today because I've been trying to like dig through my collection and use as many like blushes as possible because I feel like I get overwhelmed with them. But I have been giving a lot of my drugstore foundations a shot and been wearing them very often. So I wanted to like dig through my other foundations and use those. So this is a really, foundations, my blushes, but this is really good. It's very pigmented and it has like a nice sparkle to it on the top, but that's kind of just like an overspray. It doesn't really come off that way on your cheeks. Look how pretty it is. It has like a really nice luminous kind of finish to it, and it's like, it's not luminous, but it's not really that matte. It's just like a really pretty natural blush, but it also is very pigmented, so I really like that. And then the other one is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Party. I'm not sure if I mentioned this like when I first got it in like my favorites video, but this is a really good blush. This was the mini one that you got for your birthday as the birthday gift from Sephora, and it's just a really pretty color, and I really like this one as well. It has like a medium toned pinky kind of color to it. And it's just a really pretty, like, everyday blush. So I really like that one, too. And it has a really nice, smooth formula. And then the other ones from the drugstore are the Milani Baked Blushes. I've been using these a crap ton this month, and I really love them. I didn't feel like I wanted to mention the Wet n Wild or, like, the Physicians Formula one again or anything like that because you guys know I already love those, but I wanted to mention these again because I just think they're really, really good. The one in Milani, the one in Luminoso is awesome. It really lasts an amazing amount of time on your skin. And, oh my god, I thought it just came out of the pan. I was going to, like, freak out, but it's just the brush. But I got, like, really, really sad for a second because I thought it, like, went all over my pants. So that's what it looks like. It has like a luminosity to it. That's why it's called Luminoso, and has like gold flecks in it as well. It's really, really pretty. I love this blush. And then the other one is the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Rosa Romantica. I just love the packaging on Milani and the swirls in it. It's just so beautiful for the drugstore. I really feel like they do an amazing job on their packaging. And at least these all come sealed when you get them, so I really appreciate that. And it's just so pretty. It has like gold flecks in it and like brown. And it's just really, really pretty. This is also gorgeous as a highlighter. I think I said that last month, but this is really gorgeous as a highlighter. Like, I have worn it a couple times as a highlighter, and it's really beautiful. So if you think it's like too glittery for you to use as a blush, use it as a highlighter. It's really beautiful that way. And then the last blush I wanted to mention, and then we'll get into some highlighters, is the Maybelline Fit Me blush in the shade Peach. This is a really pretty blush as well. I'm pretty sure I got this in the last haul as well, so this is probably the other blush that I'm mentioning. It is not as pigmented as the NYX one or the Milani ones, but it is really nice for every day if you're not that type of girl, or a guy that likes like a really pigmented blush. I mean, this doesn't really have much pigment to it when you swatch it, but it is really pretty. It's just kind of a very subtle blush, but it is a nice blush. I still don't think he's here yet. No, he's not. Okay, so anyway, now let's get into some highlighters. So the first one I am in love with. I can't believe that I didn't know that this was at my CVS for like the longest time. And I finally discovered it when I hauled all that stuff last month. And this is the Milani Instant Glow. The Milani Strobe Light Instant Glow Powder in the shade Afterglow. This is 01 Afterglow. This is so gorgeous, like so pretty. When I first got it, I really didn't expect that much when I first got it, but now I like love this. It's so beautiful on the skin, and it has like a medium tone kind of luminosity to it. It's not like crazy intense, but it's not like really, really light intense. Look how pretty that is. Isn't it gorgeous? It has such a pretty luminosity to it. And I've been wearing this like every time I wear something that's more like a blushy tone kind of look or like something pinky. It's just so pretty. I've worn it a few times and I really love it. So I definitely highly recommend these. And the Wet n Wild highlighting powders, which I'm about to talk about another Wet n Wild's one. But this is great. I really love these. I kind of want the gold one too, but I'm not going to go too crazy, but because I have so many gold highlighters and I've just been so into gold highlighting lately. I just love gold highlighters. They're probably my favorites. But I've just been super into gold highlighting this year, but this is definitely gorgeous as well, and I love it. Okay, and the next one is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Blossom Glow. I got this last month in that haul as well, and I haven't been able to talk about it in the favorites yet. This really reminds me of the Makeup Geek one that I have in the shade Lit. It kind of has that same kind of dual chrome kind of effect to it, and it's just a really pretty like white dual chrome kind of color. And it's kind of like a soft pinky color. And that's what it looks like right there. It's like a frosty pink with kind of like dual chrome in it. It's so pretty. I love this. I kind of wanted like more colors from them, but I picked up this one and I think I don't need any of the other colors. Like the other two are like kind of gold and then they have like a purple one. But this one in Precious Petals I love, so I don't think I need any more of them. But these are amazing. I love them so much. And then the last one from the, well, actually I have two more from the drugstore. The first one is the Wet n Wild Shimmer Palette in the shade Reflect, because I read Reflect on it, so I was going to say Flowlet. So this is the Wet n Wild Shimmer Palette in the shade To Reflect. This is actually called Boozy Brunch. This was like the original Fergie highlight, I believe, and then I think they renamed it Boozy Brunch, I'm pretty sure. This is so, so pretty. Look how pretty the actual swirling in it is. Oh my god. But it has like such a gorgeous like yellow gold kind of color to it. And it's kind of a little bit green too. It's this one right here. So pretty. I love that one. Oh my god. It's just so pretty on the skin. It's a little bit drier than the formula of the Mega Glow powders, but it's still really, really good. And then the last drugstore one I wanted to talk about. I love this one. I can't stop using it. It's so gorgeous. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome by Face Studio Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. I really want the new shade that they came out in this, I believe. They definitely came out with more shades, and I really want to try the other shade in this because this is so amazing. This is like my favorite drugstore highlighter ever. It's just, oh, it's so good. I'm getting highlighter happy right now. But it's so pretty. And this is what it looks like. It's like this gold, bronzy kind of color. It is so pretty. I love it so much. So this is so intense and so gorgeous on the skin. And then I just wanted to mention these two from Becca, because I've been wearing these a lot. These are the Becca Shimming Skin Perfectors. Obviously, like, who doesn't know what the Becca Shimming Skin Perfectors are? And I have the shades Pearl and Moonstone. I've been wearing Pearl a lot because this is more of like my winter. I definitely go for this more in the winter time. I'm not the type of girl or like pale girl that wears like a white highlight all the time. but I really like grabbing for this in the winter time, and it's kind of like a white frosty shade, and it's just really pretty in the wintertime. I really love it. It's just so intense and gorgeous. And then the other one is Moonstone, which obviously you guys know is just like one of their most popular shades. It's like a yellow kind of gold color, but it's not that yellow. It's just such a unique color. And it's just so pretty as an everyday, like, intense highlight. If you don't like something that's too intense, and you want to try Becca highlighters, I would suggest this one. This one's not as intense as like Opal or Champagne Pop or Pearl even. This is definitely a little bit less of like a wha-bam instant like intense highlight. Okay, and then I just have one bronzer to talk about. I've been using this so much lately. This is the NARS it's just in the Stephen Klein palette, but I just want to talk about NARS's Laguna, which is right here. I love this bronzer. It's so good. It's been like my go-to lately besides like the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer or the Marc Jacobs Instant Mark Dreamer Filter, which you guys know I freaking love that. And I also love putting this underneath just to clean it up. But this is just so good. It's such a gorgeous color for a bronzer. It's not like orange. But how much can I rave about this? But I am trying to hit pan on it. Maybe I'll hit pan on it at some point, but I love it so much. But I've never purchased a full-size one because it comes in like every single NARS product that they have. But it's so great. I definitely highly recommend it. I love NARS's Laguna. It's such a cult favorite for a reason. Okay, now let's go into... I think we're just going to talk about lip products just to talk about them. I forgot to grab the other shade that I have in this, but I'm just going to talk about it really quick. I don't need to grab both shades, just talk about the formula. This really impressed me. These are the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liners, and this one's in the shade Bear to Comment. I also have the other shade in Never Petal Down, and that one's just as amazing. I'm wearing this one today with the Wet n Wild Bare It All lipstick over, and it's such a perfect match together. But these are so good. Like, $2.99, I believe, and I think I got one for free, or I think I got like buy one get one 50% off, so they only really costed me like $1. And I was gonna try the Rimmel ones, but the Wet n Wild ones were so much cheaper that I'm like, fuck it, I'm just getting the Wet n Wild ones. And it's just so beautifully pigmented. It goes on so nicely. It's not like uncomfortable or drying. It just goes on, and it really lines your lips beautifully. So I have been loving these. And I really want more colors because I'm kind of looking to replace my ColourPop ones because I might get rid of some of them. But I really want to try like every single one because these are just so much easier to use than the ColourPop pencils or like a pencil. I really like the push-up liners. They're amazing. Okay, now let's get into some lipsticks. Oh, I feel like I've been talking forever. This is why I hate filming favorites videos sometimes. You feel like you're talking for like 10 years. So I have a couple of the products to share with you. Nothing too crazy. So let's just talk about the, I think that's it for these. Let's just talk about the drugstore ones first. So the first one is the Essence Cool Nude. I think this is just the regular matte lipsticks. I believe, but this one isn't really matte. It's kind of just like a regular lipstick. This is in the shade Cool Nude. This is a really pretty, like, everyday, just kind of throw on kind of lipstick, and it's just really pretty on the lips. It's right here, and it kind of has like a shiny matte formula to it. It's a little bit drying, but I still really like it. This is like $2 or $3, so it's not really that much of a big deal if I don't like love it because it's so cheap. I don't love the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, though. Like, I really don't like that highlighter. I don't know why that highlighter is so popular, because I really don't like it. It's really not that good to me. I might return it, honestly. It's just so gritty to me, and it just does nothing. It really doesn't. So, I don't know if you're supposed to, like, scrape the top layer off or anything like that, but I kind of don't like it. So, but I really like the lipstick. I think it's really, really nice. And then the other drugstore lipstick is the NYX matte lipstick in the shade Spirit. And this is really pretty too. I've worn this a couple of times. The only thing I hate about this is the packaging because it always like falls down. But it is a nice formula. This is like the first NYX regular lipstick that I've tried in a long time because I used to wear their butter lipsticks like so much. That's when like I didn't buy like any high-end lipsticks and I was just obsessed with their soft matte lip creams and their butter lipsticks. That's all I would buy. But I had never tried their matte lipsticks before, so I really wanted to try one. And it looks like that, and it's a really pretty, like, matte nude color, and it's really pretty for every day. I've worn it a couple of times, and I think it's a really nice lipstick formula. And then, like, a couple of liquid lipsticks from the drugstore. I really haven't found another liquid lipstick formula I like more than the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuits, and this one is in the shade, this is the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick, and this one's in the shade Nudie Patootie. And this one's more of like a gray tone kind of nude color. Okay. And this one is more of like a cooler tone nude color. And this is like what the applicator looks like. As I've told you guys before, it kind of reminds me of like Jeffree Star packaging, which kind of annoys me, but it is a really nice applicator. Actually, I forgot to grab another lipstick. I forgot I didn't remove it from my bag from yesterday, so it was literally right in my room, and I still paused the video. But anyway, it just has a really nice, comfortable formula. I don't like this one as much as Rebel Rose. I think Rebel Rose is amazing. But this still has a really nice formula, dries really quickly, really pigmented, applies really beautifully. It's really not streaky, which is amazing for a nude. I'm not going to swatch it, though, because then I have to scrub it off my hand for like a million years. But it's a really good nude. I wish they kind of had a regular nude color, though, and not something so cool tone, because it kind of washes me out a little bit. But it's really pretty mixed with, like, other lipsticks. I mixed it with this lipstick yesterday that I'll talk about in a minute. But I just wanted to mention this one really quickly. This is the BH Cosmetics BH Liquid Lipstick in the shade Samantha. I did post a liquid lipstick check and review on this lipstick a couple of weeks ago, so you can go check that out if you want to know my thoughts on it. It's just such a pretty color. It has a really nice formula. It's pretty comfortable on the lips. I just find that it can get crumbly after a few hours, but it is a nice formula. This is definitely probably my favorite formula that I've tried from the drugstore besides the Wet n Wild. I don't really love the L'Oreal one. I don't love the NYX one pretty much at all. I don't really like that one. And I think there's one other one that I've tried, but this one is good. I like it a lot. So, okay. Then the other liquid lipstick I wanted to talk about is the Colored Rain liquid lipstick in the shade Marshmallow. I mixed this one with this one yesterday, and it was just really pretty. But I've been wearing this a lot this past month. Not like too often, but definitely like a couple of times. And I like this one more than the shade Mars from Colored Rain. This one definitely has a much smoother formula, and it's so beautiful. It's not like patchy like the Mars one, and it's really comfortable, and it's just such a unique shade. I love it so much. And then the other liquid lipstick I wanted to mention is the Lime Crime liquid lipstick in the shade Saddle. I pretty much have worked through all of my fall shades that I love, liquid lipstick wise, that I wear in the fall, like Lime Crime's Pumpkin, Saint, Salem, ColourPop's, what is it? Grunge, and Taurus, and there's a couple of matte lipsticks that I love from them, but this one I love for the fall. It's such a beautiful warm tone brown color. It's just really beautiful. It just screams fall to me. I love this color. I do swatch a lot of these in my other videos, so I really don't want to sit here and swatch all of them. Sorry. And then the last two lipsticks I wanted to mention are two MAC lipsticks. The first one I've been wearing a lot recently. This is the MAC matte lipstick in the shade Stone. I really love this for like just wearing a really bold, like just regular lipstick in the fall time. I'm definitely going to swatch this one because I think it's just so unique. And it's just a really pretty lipstick. I just love it. It kind of reminds me of the Colored Rain one in like lipstick form. So that's what it looks like. It's just so gorgeous and so bold for like the Bold of Heart. And then the other one is Taupe, which I've loved for a long time, and I really love this in the fall. It's a really beautiful, like, medium tone taupe shade, and that's what it looks like right there. So I wear these a lot to class when I don't have to wear makeup a lot, or if I wear, like, makeup to work for, like, a 4-hour shift, I'll just wear a regular lipstick. I won't always wear a liquid lipstick unless I, like, really need to. But I mostly wear liquid lipsticks on like Tuesdays and Thursdays or like the weekends when I need a liquid lipstick, like when I'm eating a lot. And then this, just the other two that I love in the fall time that I've been wearing a crap ton. This is Kat Von D's Bow and Arrow and Lolita. Honestly, if you don't own these for the fall, like, I don't know what you're doing, honestly. These are so gorgeous. These are definitely her best liquid lipstick she's ever done. I don't know what it is about these two that are so amazing. Every time, literally almost every time I wear Bow and Arrow, I always get somebody asking me, where did you get that lipstick? What lipstick shade are you wearing? Because it's just such a beautiful, like, unique shade. And it's just, I really love it. This one's, like, always sold out, too. And then, obviously, the infamous Lolita. I feel like mine is kind of smelling, though, so I might have to get rid of this one and just start using the sample that I have because I feel like it's starting to get a little bit smelly because I have had these for, like, 2 years already. So, it might be time to give this one up. But I love these so much. Jaclyn Hill's always constantly wearing these in the fall, and I can't put these down either in the fall. I love them so much. I loved these like way before she even tried them, I'm pretty sure, because I think she took a while to try both of these shades, and then she fell in love with them, but I've loved them for like 2 years already. So now let's just talk about some eyeshadow palettes. We're going to run through them pretty quickly, and then I have a couple of highlighting palettes, and then that's it. So the first one is the NYX Happy Birthday palette. I haven't really worn it too often this month, but I think I've actually worn every single shade now, and I really like this palette. Excuse me. I haven't tried any new eyeshadow formulas this month, though, so I'm just going to tell you guys older favorites. So this is the NYX Happy Birthday palette. It's just a really pretty, like, kind of fall type of palette, and it's not, like, screams color. It's definitely for someone that, like, doesn't love, like, you know, really bright colors. If you're looking for something really subtle, I would suggest picking this up, like, for your birthday if you are an Ulta member, because you can only get it as an Ulta member for your birthday gift. But it's really good, and I definitely love NYX eyeshadows, and I think that this is a really great option for the fall time for people that don't love, like, really intense eyeshadow. Then the next one is the Lime Crime Venus palette. Obviously, this is one of my favorite palettes of all time. I definitely prefer this one over the second one. The second one is good, but the first one definitely blends a lot better. These are super pigmented, and they just are gorgeous on the eyes. I can't rave about this palette enough. I love it so much. I love Muse. It's so pigmented. I love Creation. I love Icon. Just every single shade in this palette is amazing. Every single one is so pigmented. The three Shine ones, Aura, Shell, and Venus, are so gorgeous on the lid. And Rebirth is so amazing in the crease. I love wearing this in the crease. It's so intense and beautiful. Then the next one I really have been loving, and I've been using it the past like couple of weeks because I hadn't used it in a little while, and I'm like kind of was hating myself for not using it for a while, so now I like love it and I can't stop using it. This is the Naked Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. You guys know I love this. This is probably going to be in my Best of Beauty anyway, so I'm probably not going to even talk about it that much, but I just love it so much. It's so amazing. I've used all of these shades this month. Sometimes, like I've said before, there are sometimes some palettes that I have not used every single shade in, but since I'm such a warm tone palette lover, I've been using this so much lately. I thought I heard his car, but I guess not. So anyway, it's just a warm eyeshadow lover's dream. I'm sorry that this one is shattered, but I just love it. They're all so pigmented. They're all so beautiful. If you guys want to check out swatches or a more in-depth review of this, I have a full review on it on my channel if you just want to check that out. Because again, I'm not going to sit here swatching everything. You guys have seen these palettes a million times. But just know I freaking love this. This is by far my favorite Naked palette ever. I love it so much. Okay, then the next one I just love, and I just wanted to mention it really quick, is the Jouer Skinny Dip palette. This is the Ultra Foil Shimmer Shadows palette. And this is what it looks like. I've been trying to use this more often, like with other eyeshadows, and I just use this as like an inner corner highlight or a lid shade, and they are so gorgeous. I love these so much. What just fell on the floor? Oh, the box for it. But I've been wearing these more often. Oh my God, I just have to swatch these ones. I'm going to swatch Tan Lines and, oh my God, Tan Lines and Skinny Dip. So, so gorgeous. I love these. These are so good for someone that doesn't love using liquid eyeshadows all the time and you like want to go out and have something super ultra foiled on your lid. These are amazing. And I love wetting these as well for like ultra intensity. They're amazing. I can't rave about them enough. And then of course the next one is the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is just a staple palette for me. You guys know I love it so, so, so much. And I've just really been gravitating towards more of the cranberry red tones for fall, and I've been using them a lot. I love red ochre and Venetian red for the fall. Like, they're amazing. And Real Guard. They're so gorgeous. And I also love using burnt orange and Primavera and Vermeer and Cypress Umber on the outer corners. They're just amazing, amazing formula, and I really love using this in the fall time as well. But I also love using it for a natural look too. I can create so many looks with this palette, so I can never rave about this palette enough. I love it so much. Then the next one is the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I've definitely been using this quite a bit this past month, and I've been using this a lot for, again, the like kind of redder shades in the palette. I've worn this one on my lid this month, this one on my lid, and I've worn most of the mattes this month as well. I use Your Majesty a lot on the inner corners. I really want to do a look with this on Friday and use this color on the lid because I feel like I don't show this color and this one enough love because they're so beautiful and I just don't gravitate towards them as much. But they're amazing. I love them. And they're so pigmented, so intense, so gorgeous. So I definitely love this palette as well. And I just did a whole comparison and swatch review on the Modern Renaissance palette and the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. So go check that out if you're interested. And then last but not least, I just wanted to mention my ColourPop shadows this month because I have been using them quite a bit this past month. And I've been using like mostly like these tones here, like Wake Up Call and Note to Self, I believe this one is called. I love those for the crease. They're so beautiful. And I've been really using Crisscross and Popular Demand, which are really gorgeous reddish kind of shades, and they're so gorgeous in the crease. Crisscross is so beautifully pigmented. It's like a red-orange kind of shade. Oh, it's so pretty. It's that one right there. I love it so much. And then the last two eyeshadows I wanted to mention, I've definitely reached for this quite a bit this month. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Couche. So gorgeous. It's like a silvery kind of pink shade. And it's just so intense on the lid. And it just, ColourPop shadows are so easy to use because they're just an intense shadow for something that you want to use that's quick if you're like in a rush or if you don't want to spend so much time like packing on a lid shade. This really is so easy to use. You just swipe it on your lid and it just is so pigmented. I never use Fix Plus for ColourPop eyeshadows because they don't need it because they're so beautifully intense. And then the other one is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush, and this is 892 Amber Rush, and this is what it looks like, and this is like an amber kind of intense color. Obviously it's an amber shade, and it's kind of a bronzy kind of color. I don't absolutely love this on my lid. I probably have to use it a little bit more. I find that it's a little bit more crumbly than the ColourPop shadows. But I did just use the shade Stereo from ColourPop lately, and that was pretty crumbly on my lid, and the pigment kind of faded after I put eyeliner over it. I don't know what was going on with that. Maybe because I've had it for a while. Like, I don't find that happening with, like, my newer ones. But I feel like the formula kind of varies with ColourPop eyeshadows sometimes, so just keep that in mind. But mostly, overall, I love them. They're still my favorite formula. I do love them more than these, and these are more expensive, the L'Oreal Infallibles. It's still really pretty, but I'm definitely going to wear this more often to let you guys know. I've only worn it like twice so far since I've gotten it because the lid shades are so hard for me to rotate, but I'm definitely going to use this more in December to tell you guys what I actually really think of it. But it's still really pretty and it swatches gorgeously. And then I almost forgot to mention these because they were on the bottom of my eyeshadow palette favorites, but I just wanted to mention these two glow kits from Anastasia again because I've been using them a lot. That almost fell on the floor. the Anastasia Aurora Glow Kit and the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I've talked about that I love both of these so much, but I have been using them quite a bit again. I've been using the shades Eclipse and Lyra a lot from this palette, and I love mixing it with the shade Helia and the shade Luna. And I think I've used Orion and Lyra together. They're just so pretty. I love them so much. And then, of course, my beloved Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I love this one so much. They're so intense and so gorgeous on the skin. And by the way, I'm not wearing like any of my favorite highlighters today. I'm wearing Laura Geller's Gilded Honey mixed with a shade from the Ofra Beverly Hills Color Wheel highlighter. So this is the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I love Kitty Cat, I love Forever Lit, I love Glow Getter, and I love Daydream. This one is so beautiful. It's like a tangerine kind of shade. And it's just so gorgeous on the skin. I love it so much. You're not really going to see it that well, probably. But it's just so pretty on the face. I love it so much. It's a really beautiful color. And yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I'm still wondering where my boyfriend actually is. So yeah, I'm gonna go so I don't like freak out anymore. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was super long, but I did have a ton of favorites to get through. So after this, I will be filming my Best of Beauty video. I hope everyone has an amazing Christmas, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to wish you guys a happy Merry Christmas, a happy Hanukkah, a happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Please have fun and celebrate with your family. And I really hope everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving. And please let me know what your favorites were this month. If any of these were your favorites, please let me know. And my favorite shows this month, I'm almost finished with Downton Abbey. I only have, I believe 5 episodes left. I'm on episode 5 right now. I just watched episode 4 last night. It's really, really good. I really like it. And I just started It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And oh my god, it's so funny. So funny. I'm already through the first season because they're taking it off of Netflix in like a week and a half, which is really pissing me off. But I really wanted to start it because I wanted to start watching a comedy again, because Downton Abbey is a little bit too serious for me sometimes, and I really love comedies. And of course, I've been loving Jane the Virgin because it just started again a couple of weeks ago. I think it's on episode 5 or something right now. And it's just so good. So I've been talking for way too long. So please like and subscribe, and bye guys!